Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about your English 108 final project. Just so you know, this is your final for the semester. You will not have a final test, so it's important that you complete your entire final project and turn it in on time. So today, first thing you should be doing is starting your English 108A final project. And to do that, you need to download and save your directions. So go ahead and make sure you save those, read over them, and come to our class with any questions. You can also email me any questions you have. So what are your project requirements? It's going to require you to demonstrate your ability to think critically and creatively, collect and synthesize information, as well as write and convey a message effectively. So in order to successfully show your understanding of these skills, your final project has been broken up into 3 tasks. So you have your short story quote journal for 50 points, a multimedia assignment for 100 points, and a written analysis and reflection worth 50 points as well. So this project will count as your final for the semester. As a result, there will be no final test for English 108. And there will be no resubmissions of this project. So again, no resubmissions of this project. So there are some steps that you need to complete in order to finish this project successfully. So step 1, you're going to pick one of the following short stories that we have read this semester. So it could be Interlopers, The Black Cat, August Heat, The Most Dangerous Game, or Horseman in the Sky. If you have another short story that was in our lessons, email me prior for approval. Step 2, you're going to read the short story selected, and as you read it, you're going to complete your short story quote journal. And collect 10 quotes from the text as well as your reflection on these quotes. So read and complete the directions as included on your assignment sheet. Step 3, determine your central theme of the short story you selected. What is the message the author wants you, the reader, to take away from his or her short story? What is the lesson learned? Step 4, creatively express the theme of the short story in a multimedia project and in your written response and reflection. So your quote journal assignment, I'm going to go over what should be on each side of that in a minute, but make sure you work on your journal as you move through the story. You should have 10 quotes from various sections of the text. This document will be an important part to helping you plan for and complete your multimedia and written response sections of this final project. Do not skip this step. So here are your quote directions. So include the quote and the page number on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you have your interpretation. So you're going to answer the questions regarding your quote selection. These are all in the handout, so you just need to fill out the chart in the document that's in your directions. So example, you're going to select a quote that demonstrates the theme of your story on this side with a quote and the page number. On your right-hand side, you're going to tell me what the quote means, why is it important, and how does it show us the theme. And you do this for all of these specific quotes. Another theme, quote 3, is like climax and following action in your story. Quote 4, how the narrator can influence the reader. Quote 5, demonstrates the theme of your short story. Again, answering these questions about that specific quote. Quote 6 conveys the author's theme as well, using foreshadowing, flashback, characterization, and setting and plot. And then answer the question on the right-hand side. How the character changes, the tone and voice an author can use, represents the main character in the theme, and then quote 10 is a quote of your choice. So again, make sure you're giving us a quote and page number, and then answering the questions. Your multimedia presentation. So once you know the theme of your short story, it's your job to illustrate how that theme can be used in your multimedia project. You can either use PowerPoint, a video, or Prezi. In your presentation, you should have 5 important quotes from your short story and 5 multimedia items. And we'll go over all of these in a minute. So in your multimedia presentation, you must include a news article or magazine that exemplifies your theme, a song or poem, again, that connects to your theme, a quote that's outside of your short story that also expresses your theme, a picture or piece of art that embodies your theme as well, and the remaining item, so you should have 5 multimedia items, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, so your 5th and final one that you include is completely up to you. You could include an additional song, poem, article, or quote, or you can select a different type of media to include as well. So putting it all together, again, you need 5 quotes and 5 multimedia items, all showing the theme of your story, and you can put it together in the following options. So a PowerPoint presentation, Prezi, or a video. So what should be included in it? A title slide, that should include the title of your story and the author. A slide or section, if you need more than one slide, dedicated to the theme of your short story. It should be stated in one solid sentence. Remember, the theme is the main message of the text or the lesson learned. All 5 multimedia items in short reflection on how they connect or illustrate the theme, so 3 to 5 sentences, reflecting on how your multimedia item connects to the theme. And each one should have its own slide or slides, depending on your needs. On each slide, you should include the piece of media or a link to the piece of media and a solid explanation of how the piece of media reflects to the theme. All 5 quotes, as well as a short reflection on how they connect to or illustrate your theme. And of course, a works cited or source slide. This is a slide you give credit to where you gathered your multimedia items. So it is time to start working. You need to start to research the media to represent your theme. I have links and information that help you find articles, quotes, pictures, and finding a song or a poem. So go ahead and pause this video to get these links. I'll also be covering them in our Class Connect. Now your written response and reflection, this is the 3rd part of your project. In addition to your short story, quote journal, and your multimedia project, you're also going to be required to include a 4 solidly written paragraph responses in which you examine and analyze the short story you selected. So the purpose of this goal of this selection is your overall final project to show your ability to examine the piece of literature and convey its understanding through a well-organized paragraph structure. So of course, using your proper paragraph structure, you need to have textual support, including direct quotes and a concise claim that clearly answers the prompt. We're back to that RACES writing strategy, right? Restating the question, answering it, citing your sources, so direct quotes, explaining how they connect to your topic sentence, and then summarizing and closing as well. So you're going to review the prompts below and then select 3 of the prompts provided. For each of the 3 prompts you select, you'll be required to write a solid paragraph response answering the question asked. This means that you'll end up with 3 written paragraphs answering 3 different questions from the list below. You may choose any of the prompts listed below. However, your response must be written in the following LRL structure. Again, your RACES writing strategy paragraph structure. Your 4th and final paragraph response will be a personal reflection paragraph. And you'll see directions below for that prompt. So go ahead and pause this video, or you can look at the directions and decide which 3 questions you want to answer. And a reminder, provide examples from the text to support your analysis, so direct quotes, citing your sources. Now, some reminders. Besides using your RACES writing strategy, make sure you have a topic sentence that tells what the paragraph is about. And I have an example. Supporting sentences should support, prove, and demonstrate the ideas you state in your topic sentence, and examples from the text. And then your closing sentence should highlight the topic sentence, review your main points, and make a paragraph sound finished. Use 3rd-person point of view, so keep yourself out of your analysis. In other words, use 3rd person. No I, or you, me, or we statements. You can pause this video if you need to look at the examples I provided. The last paragraph, your fourth paragraph, is your personal reflection paragraph. An important part of this learning process is to take time to reflect on your goals, your areas of strength, and your areas of weakness, as well as the skills you have gained over a set period of time. For this last and final paragraph of your written response section, you'll be provided with an opportunity to do this important task. For your fourth paragraph, read the reflection questions below and answer them in a well-written paragraph. This is the only place in your project you're allowed to use personal pronouns. So please make sure you take the time to really examine the hard work you've put into this semester prior to answering the questions. See the notes below to help you get started. These are also in your directions, and you can pause this video right now to look over these notes on how to get started. So when does this project due? Make sure you check your class plan and directions for the due dates. Your short story quote journal again is worth 50 points. Your multimedia assignment is worth 100 points. Your written analysis and reflection is worth 50 points. And this project will count as the final for the semester. Again, as a result, there will be no final tests for English 108, and there will be no resubmissions of this project. One more time, there will be no resubmissions of this project. And that's it. I hope you guys are excited to work on this final project. And let me know if you have any questions. We'll cover this more in our Class Connects. Thanks.